Horizon Chance on Rusuji Reacts, and this is Miscellaneous Myths Endymion by the channel Wole Sakashi Production. Syncretism is definitely as the process by which disparate religion or cultures are amalgamated into a fused union by way of combining the beliefs and or deities of the two religions. Rome attempted syncretism by unifying their gods with those of other cultures, most successfully with the Greeks. Yeah, they do that, right? They see other religion, other gods, and they just see the same version of the god if they have that, or just if they don't have that, they just basically integrate it into them. Yeah, that kind of makes sense though. But attempts were made to combine with the Egyptian pantheon as well. Yeah, I mean that's better than saying that your god is false and just fight a million years war for it. So I guess Romans had somewhat good take on this, I guess. However, the Hellenic religion underwent a few internal deitic fusion as well. Most notably, Artemis and Apollo were respectively given the roles and stories of Selene and Helios. But yeah, man, Helios, the sun god. That's where the name Helium come from. Yeah, the Helios, the sun god. I forgot about him, man. So why is Apollo is shown as this sun god type of thing, especially in this channel? I mean, Wole Sakashi Production, you know, shows him as some kind of a sun god thing because all these yellow and bright. But I didn't even thought of that. Yeah, Helios is the sun god, right? So when did Apollo become that? The origin and the moon and the sun gods. Unfortunately, Selene and Artemis had some irreconcilable character. It's hard to read with the light character differences, and as a result Selene has maintained her autonomy to a slight degree, and it's all because of this one story. Yeah, okay, so this is about Apollo, Helios and everything. It's gonna be fun. Artemis, yeah, I've reacted quite a few Wole Sakashi Production videos already. If you haven't seen them, check out the cast, the playlist, check out for it, Wole Sakashi Production reactions, something like that. Check out the playlist to like Tiezu, CGP Grey, Real Life Floor, Interhistorian, and yeah, let's do this one.
So here's something fun about Greek mythology. Everyone knows Blue and I like to rag on the Romans for mashing their gods up with everyone else's, but to be totally fair to them, it's not like they were the only ones. I mean, the Greeks did it to themselves on multiple occasions. I think the one everybody knows about, or maybe don't know they know, is how Artemis got mashed together with the goddess Selene, the original Greek moon goddess. Now her brother Apollo also got mashed together with Helios, titan of the sun, but in his case the transition was smoother because most of Helios's myths could easily be ascribed to Apollo. I mean, Apollo's primary defining trait was that he liked music and pretty girls, not exactly the most restrictive characterization. Helios's stories have all but been subsumed into his lore, but Selene and Artemis ran into some characterization issues. See, Artemis's thing is that she didn't like dudes. Like, at all. Now, there's no evidence to suggest that she liked girls either. Sorry, internet. See, Artemis is actually pretty textbook from a modern...
that's sorry, internet is so true, isn't it? Everybody just suddenly hear like, oh, look at that. She doesn't like men. So everybody's like, ooh, so she's lesbian. Ooh, juicy. And just, had their hopes up. And no, there is no evidence. There's no evidence she like girls either. And everybody's like, ah, man.
Day perspective. She's never expressed an interest in sex and has only romantically loved one person, the hunter Orion. You may know him as that chunky star guy over the northern hemisphere.
Yeah.
So, no sexual attraction, and romantic attraction only blooming after a long and already intimate relationship. Hey, would you look at that? But I'm not here to speculate about
what was that?
And only blooming after a long and already intimate relationship. Hey, would you look
Demi-romantic asexual. Demi-romantic is this type of grey romantic who only experience romantic attraction after developing emotional connection beforehand. Isn't that the case with everyone? I mean, it's romantic. Sexual attraction is different from romantic attraction, right? I'm pretty sure. Demi-romantics do not experience primary romantic attraction, but they are capable of... There are primary and secondary romantic attraction. Damn. The sexual counterpart to demi-romantic, demisexual. Demi-romantic people may also prefix a gender or incident to label as demi-heteroromantic. Yeah, okay.
Look at that. But I'm not here to speculate about the hypothetical orientations of ancient goddesses, no matter how fun it might be. The point is, Artemis's primary defining feature was no boyfriends ever except for that one time. Now this came into direct conflict with Selene, whose only major story involved head-over-heels love at first sight. You're probably familiar with this story in some form, but not its original form because nobody knows what that is. By the time we got a hold of it, it was already fragmented into way too many regional versions to have a true version, but the consolidated one is basically this. So there's this dude, Endymion, who is beyond pretty. So Selene floats overhead every night just looking at this fine honey of a shepherd, or maybe a king, sources vary. After a while, she's like, okay, I can't handle this, and goes to Zeus, asking him to do something about it. When he asks her to narrow it down, she tells him she wants to be able to look at Endymion's beautiful face forever, which is actually an instance.
I think, I know what Zeus answer would be there. Like, yeah, what's stopping you? You're a god, just, I guess, yeah.
aesthetic attraction as opposed to romantic or sexual. Though it's a common misconception that aesthetic attraction follows from or inherently leads to romantic or sexual attraction, they are actually completely disparate, a fact that becomes obvious when one notes that your friendly neighborhood asexual is completely capable of appreciating gorgeous people in the same way one might platonically admire a sunset. So Zeus grants...
I think it's different, isn't it? I mean, when you're sexually attracted to somebody, you're preferring that different part of aesthetic than anybody else would see just as beauty, I guess. So, somebody who's not really sexually attracted to anyone would see beautiful people like, I don't know, like Brad Pitt, somebody, and see that they are, great aesthetically looking, obviously, their face and everything. It's just like any other man would see I don't know any name here, but someone who, with their face and just, yeah, that's beautiful face, I guess. But anybody who's sexually attracted would see different part of the body as aesthetically pleasing, right? I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Selene's wish by putting Endymion to sleep forever, so that he'll never age and never die, but also never wake up again. Selene is fine with this, demonstrating that
What? What the hell?
in the same way one might platonically admire a sunset. So Zeus grants Selene's wish by putting Endymion to sleep forever, so that he'll never age and never die, but also never wake up again. Selene is fine with this, demonstrating that her love for Endymion is purely physical at this point. The Greek concept of eros, or passionate love, is characterized as beginning with
Oh god, I shouldn't be surprised knowing it's Zeus, right? I mean, Zeus literally put him into coma and he's like, oh, look at that, I have a toy now, I guess. Oh, that's so effed up. Eros. With the arrow of Eros, a passionate love that causes suffering. If it remains unfulfilled, transcends the carnal to become platonic love, or I can't even read furor, or is it furor? What is it? Purer or deeper sensation. The lover seeks to possess the inner beauty of the beloved. Yeah, why does she write it like that? Like somebody, I guess psychotic murderer or somebody just wrote it with their blood like that. The font is really hard to read. But yeah, I mean, yeah, this is really after a story about her, man. she just wanted I guess piece of meat, I guess. Yeah, and Zeus like, yeah, fine with me, that's what I do.
Physical appreciation and growing to appreciate within as well as without. But Selene demonstrates something more closely resembling the Greek concept of mania, manic love, characterized by impulsive acts that prioritize ownership of the loved one over their spiritual well-being. And then she proceeds to have 50 kids with Endymion. Whoa, not cool, lady.
How? He's asleep, right? How'd that happen?
He's asleep. What's love?
So this story is about a god who basically asked Zeus to help her basically rape somebody, and then had 50 kids, and there you go, happy ending, I guess.
I've got to do.
The color wheel model of love is actually really interesting. Yeah, nothing weirder than saying whoa, person is cute, and hearing what, I thought you weren't attracted to gender person. Yeah, I may not be attracted to them, but I have a function eyes. Yeah, beside who among us hasn't admired a sunset or a storm cloud? Technically it should be pronounced like Selene, but I only learned that after I recorded the audio. Yeah, this was a weird story, but knowing Zeus, it was not that weird. Alright people, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe, check out the reaction to this and check out the cast, please check out the end cards, and I'll see you next time.